Man are gonna be like, twice in one day, in 1 week. How much should you have saved before you buy your first property? You need 10% of the value of the property. So if the property is worth 200, save up at least 20 grand for the 10% deposit, and then have 2 grand for solicitors' fees. If you're a first time buyer, you don't need to worry about stamp duty, and then probably have about 5 grand on top of that to furnish the property. Now, let's say you only have 22 grand, just go ahead and get the property and work it out. I'm sure you got some parents that can lend you 2 grand or something. So you don't have to worry about having an extra 5 grand on top of the deposit or whatever, innit? And this is the thing, yeah. This property thing is not that difficult. It's not difficult at all. Like, I was doing a mentoring session about 2, 3 weeks ago, and I can't remember what this youth said, but he was talking about like, yeah, my man's got to do more research into this mortgage thing. I'm like to him, yo, you don't need to worry about doing research into this mortgage thing. This is the reason why we have mortgage brokers and conveyancing solicitors. They do all the work for you. Yeah, you don't need to worry about doing research and all of this business and that. Even like I went to go and view a property 2 days ago and that. And like these people are proper looking around in the property. Yo, they went in just before me, like 2 minutes before me. I was out in 5 minutes. They're proper walking around, looking at the property and that. This was 2 days ago. They're probably still in there now, checking out every little nook and cranny. You don't need to worry about those things. Like you don't need to have like to really investigate the property and that. Put it this way. Obviously, there may be little things in that, like that a seller will try and hide from you that, when they send the surveyors around, they might not pick up on or whatever. What I'm saying is you don't need to do too much research and that, because at the end of the day, no lender like Santander, Barclays, or Lloyd's Bank, or Virgin Money, or Pepper Money, they're not going to lend you on a property that's not worth it. So, for example, is it Ray J? Must have asked me, how much do I need to put down on the deposit of a property, or how much do I need before I buy my first property? And I told him if it's worth 200, you put down 10%, which is 20 grand. So you're borrowing 180 grand. No bank, no lender, they're not going to lend you on no property that's not worth it. So you don't have to do too much due diligence. They do that for you. They're not going to lend you on a property that's not worth it. So this guy said, Jay Wise, I've never been to a festival in my life, but World Boss is in London this summer. I'm doing well, so it's a treat at my big age of 30. See, the fact that you're even mentioning it means on Sly, you believe you shouldn't be going to no festival. Now, I don't really talk about festivals. I mean, you lot could probably remember one time me mentioning festivals and that. I don't go festivals. I think going to a festival is a joke thing. You're around a bunch of dirty, sweaty people, and there's all mud flying in the air, people throwing drinks in the air, people are intoxicated, they're stepping over vomit. I'm just guessing. I've never been on the pitch before. But I don't want to be around a bunch of degenerate fools. So that's why you would never catch me going to a festival, jumping up and down like you're in a Ross Club bouncy castle. You will never find no rich millionaires in no fucking festival. Yeah. Yeah. Right. A man said, I'm white. Can I watch Jay Wise? Huh. Do you know how much use man talk to in the DMs, Instagram, TikTok, and that? I don't give a damn what skin color you are, what race you are, and that. I'm here to help anyone. Anyone that want to listen. I don't give a damn if you're a rascal alien. You could be a Martian. Anyone can watch my thing. Obviously, I've said in my videos before, unfortunately, a lot of young black youths, they won't be able to resonate with other content creators, even though they are black, if they don't speak a certain way. Unfortunately, there are many people that if they can't see themselves in the orator, if they can't like envision like the orator being like someone that's similar to them, they don't want to listen. Now, obviously, if a man is talking posh and he's talking about the roles and that, yo, what the fuck you talking? But like, you shouldn't need to have a black man in front of you who's from the streets for you to want to listen to him and think, yeah, okay, I can buy a property and that. It shouldn't matter. Furthermore, obviously, me and my brother used to talk about property and that, but you know, when you're just chilling on the estate when you're 17 and that, you talk a lot of nonsense. I mean, for me, it weren't really nonsense because it actually, you know, came into fruition and I ended up getting a bunch of properties and that. But my guy is still at his mom's house, yeah. But yeah, we used to talk about property when I was 17. But the first person that actually opened up my eyes and made me realize, yo, man can get a property in that. I've mentioned this before. My mentor at work, he was white, proper English youth, yeah. He was saying to me, and like I said in previous videos, like every now and then you'll hear a little one-liner, and it won't really mean anything at the time, but like later on in the future, like you're like, oh, that was a little gem. Me and my mentor was riding in the van. I remember it almost like it was yesterday. And he said to me, so these times I was, yeah, 20, going on 21, I think. Yeah. He said, when I was your age, Jay, I bought my first house with my wife. Now, obviously, I still ain't married and I never will get married. Obviously, he bought a house with somebody, so he had help. But I still thought to myself, like, yo, if he can, I can. Because obviously I was an apprentice, so imagine some idiot, I don't even know how much it was, what, 12 grand a year? But when I was going to become qualified and then graduate to, you know, full-time electrician status and that, I would have been put on a 28K salary. He's on that. He might be on a little bit more cut at the time because obviously we were on bonus and that. So, you know, you earn, the more you work, the more you earn and that. But basically, I was thinking to myself, well, if I'm going to be on the same wage as him, then if he can, I can. And that was the first time it opened up my eyes to think like, yo, man can actually jump on a property ladder. Now, this is a white person. I didn't need him to be black for him to inspire me. The problem is, yeah, with a lot of you people, you lot see color too much. I heard a man say, one time a man said to me, like, don't you walk around, yeah? So a man asked me, don't you walk around this Northampton area thinking, yo, I'm a black man in a white area? No, I never go into a work, like, let's say like my office. I'm the only person of color in my office. I never walk in there, look around and think, I'm the only black man here. I don't give a fuck. I don't think like that. Do you know partly the reason why I don't care about anyone's color? Because even people that look like me, we ain't the same. Yeah, we might share the same pigmentation in our skin, but the brain, the mind is different. Trust me, I don't have no victim mindset, as you lot can guess. And this is why I made these videos to show you lot. Like I'm just a commoner. Whatever broke background you come from, man, come from that. Now I come from a good home, but I come from a poor home. Yeah, I'm just a commoner, but my mind is different. So I'm trying to show you lot that it don't matter where you come from. It's all about your mindset that's going to allow you to get to certain destinations. Literally, if you put my brain in certain of these victim mentality people that look like me's body, they will make something of themselves. And similarly, if I took their brain and had it in my head, I would be unsuccessful. I would still be watching YouTube videos about trying to work out whether Tupac Shakur is still alive. I would move through this earth thinking life is harder because I'm a black man. Bullshit. It's just an excuse, man. Man says sent a donation. Wait, I don't see no donations. Nothing's popped up. But yeah, respect if you did still. Every little helps. Man sent a penny. Man sent 50p. Probably talking nonsense though. Right. Yeah, I've had to approve some comments because when you lot use certain words, they get flagged and then I have to, I have to approve it. So just be careful what sort of words you use, innit? Do you borrow money to buy your properties? Yeah. So you borrow money from a lender, HSBC, Barclay, Kent Reliance, whoever, innit? Lee's Building Society, Nationwide. So a man said wireless at 30 is wild. Yeah, it is, man. And the thing is, yeah, like, this is when you know you shouldn't be doing certain things. And if you do these certain things, limit them, limit the frequency. If you go to a wireless festival or a club and you are 10 years older than everyone there, that is a surefire sign to not frequent at that place. Like the last time I went to a club, I'm 32 now, 26. I mean, I don't really remember like feeling like I was the oldest guy in the club, but I did notice there was a few younger people in there. That was 6 years ago. If I went back now, I'll be like grandpa. Yeah, I'll be like the uncle in the fucking club. It's a bunch of 21-year-olds. You get me, just running around. You go to Wireless Festival and you're 30 plus years old and you're around a bunch of 19 and 20-year-olds. Yo, that's a sign to not go, man. A way to keep track of whether you're doing the right thing, whether you're excelling, or whether you're, you're around the wrong people, is to look right and look left and just see how old people are. Let's say, for example, and I actually thought about this earlier, or was it yesterday? Like, let's say, yeah, you are around a bunch of business people and you're the youngest person out of all these business people by 10, 15 years. That's a good sign. Yeah? But if you're, and then as opposed to if you are a part of some sort of club, it doesn't matter what the club is. Yeah? It could be martial arts, whatever, and that. Well, martial arts might be a little bit different because you're there for fitness purposes and that. But if you're a part of some sort of club, if you're the oldest person there by 10 years, that's not a good sign. Why are you the oldest person? If all of your work colleagues are all 15 years younger than you, that's not a good sign. Have you ever heard the term, oh yeah, that old boy, I work with this old boy? Do you know what that means? It means that guy is too old to be in that role. I've never heard anyone say or refer to the CEO as the old boy. Nah. Because when you're 60, 70 years old, that's the sort of position you should be in. Imagine a man who's 50 years old still working at Next or Primark. A joke, man. Fucking joke, man, thing that. Right. I will not I promise you, like, I will not be keeping up with these comments, guys. But yeah, this guy said, Ms528 said, Jay, was you a different breed at your young age? Yeah, obviously, I ain't that young now. I'm 32 now. But when I was 20, 21, people used to say to me, you've got an old head on young shoulders. So it's someone it's not even like maturity, like, oh, I was so mature. It wasn't even that, like, because that's what some people could think old head on young shoulders would mean. And they would be right for thinking that. But for me, it wasn't even, oh, this young man is so mature. It's more like, and this is a sort of version of maturity, but it's not exactly the same. It's my head, I was just thinking like further ahead. Like, yo, man was thinking about saving up for a property at 22. And man just talking about it as well. You understand? Like, man was actually saving money and that. Not just saying, oh, yeah, I'll buy a property in 5 years. But I'm in the minus at the moment. I'm in my overdraft at the moment, talking about I'm going to fucking buy a property in 5 years. So people have always said to me, yeah, you got an old head on young shoulders and that. But yeah, every now and then, momentarily, you must look left, you must look right. Again, it's not a competition against your peers and that, but you need to just observe who's around you and who's doing what. Worst case, you want to be at the same level. It's not about out competing anyone. Look, I'll say this, I'm saying this to you now, I say this all the time. The only competition is yourself. And there are guys, yeah, on the internet, and I'd love to not debate them about it. I'm not just going to debate them about this small little topic and that. But there are guys on the internet that say, oh, all this bullshit, like, oh, I don't compete with nobody, and like they will say, nah, you should be competing with other men. I say you should only compete with yourself, because at some point, as long as you do put in enough work, you will outcompete everyone around you. Then what? So what? So we outcompete everyone around us, left and right, yeah? Everyone in our perimeter, we outcompete them. Then what? Then we just gonna stop and be stagnant. And then when they catch up, then we play competition again. Nah. When you only compete with yourself, when you try to be better than yourself every single day, the competition never ends. You are always constantly in fight and competition mode. I guarantee you, yeah, you will be the best guy around if you say to yourself, I'm going to be better than myself. I'm going to be better than yesterday's self. Because you can run out of competition, especially if you're in the ends, especially if you just have a small circle. You can run out of competition. Whereas if you compete with yourself, your opponent is with you 24/7. Your opponent don't take breaks and go out to the shop, or you don't go on holiday. You don't get injured and disappear for a week or two. Your opponent is with you 24/7. That is the greatest competition ever. But people don't think like that. Yeah, I'm not trying to compete with no man. I'm just competing with myself. I used to play this game when I was a youth, man. Yeah, was it Super Mario 64 or whatever it was? No, Mario Kart. Sorry, that's how a long time ago it was. Yeah, man, I need to get the flipping name. So on this game Mario Kart, there used to be this mode where you just do the circuit on your own. So you just do the laps on your own. So you start off, you begin the race, and you go around the track. And once you do one lap, it allows a ghost to be present. And basically what it is your former self, your previous time in the version of a ghost. So it's like kind of see-through silhouette like a ghost. And you're basically racing your former self. And every time, essentially, you do get better because you're competing with yourself. And in life, yeah, you have to compete against yourself. Don't compete against no one else. Always try and be better than your yesterday self. So a guy said, so Jason Ignu said, how do I improve small talk though? It's so draining to hold a convo with them. Don't bother. Why do you need to hold small talk and that? It's either you're good at small talk or you're not. Don't try and improve on small talk. What the fuck for? When has small talk ever got anyone some fucking money? Yeah? I have small talk bullshit conversations with these tenants at my workplace well, not my workplace, but when I'm on these jobs with these tenants every single day, and that has not put a penny in my pocket. I don't think once. So don't worry about having these bullshit small talk conversations. You want to be talking about some big plans to take over the universe. You're better off saying a few words that mean something than a lot of nonsense. Man, just running their mouth all day long. So Urban UK Clip said, Jay Wise, me and my boys were in the casino thinking we were big shots and I lost my rent money. Hey, you better not be my fucking tenant, mate. Yeah, you better not be my tenant, but you lost all your money for rent. But a girl who works there thinks I'm rich. So what? So what? What are you trying to say? What, you're trying to stunt on her? You're trying to use this fake rich persona to try and you know, I don't get it. My friend, you need to pay your damn landlord. Right. Right. Since you were so persistent, yeah. I don't know why it's on this mode, isn't it?
Hey, Wise.
We say it, man.
Yo, you're an ugly brother still. How you doing like that? You're the club guy.
Oh,
You're an
come.
ugly nigga.
What a waste, man. What a waste, man. How do I get out of this mode? See, like this is what you lot started now. My old man. But honestly, big man, I feel sorry for you though. Like, if that's what you do with your spare time, man. And then these guys, when they're unsuccessful, they will just wonder why. You're putting your money, your time and your energy into nonsense, man. Right, what happened to the live over there? I don't even know how to get out of this mode. Oh my days. You know what happened? Basically, I think, nah, no way is that possible. I think the live must have picked up on that guy dissing me on the other live, and it blocked it for hate speech. There's no way that's possible. Flipping, I got suspended on the live. Yeah, I'm still trying to work out how to get off this thing, you know. So you said go on grid. All right, someone direct me. So K1. I don't get it though. You said go on grid. All right. That's some improvement. Oh, done. No. I have no clue what's okay. We're back. Hold on one sec. No, hold on. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Hold on. What the fuck? This is why I don't like people coming on my thing, you know, because I don't know how to operate this thing. You know what? I'm just gonna end the live here and then come back. Yeah, join back in 2 seconds, you lot. Yeah. Jesus. I literally did not know how to get out of that mode. Anyway, man said, "How's your diet?" What diet? So someone said, "What do you consider small talk?" Just like, you know, what I like asking the tenants is, I always ask them like, "Are you born and bred Northampton?" Because a lot of them, well, not a lot of them, some of them, every now and then will be like, "No, I'm from London originally." And if they're from somewhere near me, let's say, because I don't know about South London, but I know about East London and North London. So if they're around like from, especially if they're from, even if they're from East London, if they're from around Hackney, that's kind of close to man. I know Hackney and that. So we will talk about then and now, especially if they ain't been back for like 15, 20 years and that. I'm like, you know, that's not there no more. And in its place is this and whatever and that. So I must have met one older man, one white man from he's from Tottenham. This guy's like 70 years old. He must have left Tottenham about 40 years ago. So we were speaking about Tottenham back then, and I was saying how it's changed. And now, obviously, I'm not from Tottenham, from Edmonton, but Tottenham is like going next door. It's like going across the street from it. And we was talking about neighboring areas as well, like Holloway Road and that. And I was like, was that Odeon Cinema there back in the day? He's like, yeah, I used to go to that Odeon Cinema. I'm like, you know, it's still there now, you know? He's like, no way. I'm like, yeah. I used to deal with one thing that lived about 5 doors down from the Odeon Cinema. So, yeah, just stuff like that. That's small talk, and every now and then, one in every 600 tenants, and that will say they're from Edmonton. So, yeah, that's just small talk, isn't it? Like, are you born and bred this area and that? And a lot of the tenants, I'll ask them, so you got kids, grandkids? They'll be like, yeah. I had 4 sons and I've got 11 grandchildren. I'm like, how was the oldest grandchild? How was the youngest grandchild? Like me, I know how to have deep philosophical conversations, but I also know how to have small talk. But don't worry about developing your small talk skills. Yeah, just always try and improve the real talk. Yeah, the important talk conversation. That did annoy me, man. It fucking blocked the live, man. Fuck off. The whole point of me fucking. They blocked it for 7 days as well, you know. Oh well. Yeah, my main account. Yeah. Obviously, the reason why I'm going live on this account here, 2.0, is because I want to get this one to 10K followers and that. So yeah, if you ain't following, follow it, because there's videos on here that you won't see on the other accounts. Some videos do cross over, but trust me, just when you get a chance, yeah, go onto all of my accounts and you will see like, raw. There's completely different videos. Every now and then I'll cross them over just for the sake of it and that. But for the most part, you don't see the same videos popping up on the accounts. And so the reason why I've got so many accounts, obviously, is for a few reasons. One, no, I'm not having my account get hacked and then starting off from zero. Two, again, the same sort of thing. I'm not having my account get blocked and starting off from zero. But three, I've got so much content. You can only release about 4 or 5 videos a day. I've got so much videos because obviously I've got so many clips from live streams and that, some classic view videos, and obviously I can make a lot of response videos and that. I've got so much content. I'm not sitting there just releasing 5 videos a day. I could literally, just 5 videos a day. I'd rather release 5 videos a day across 5 different accounts. I think, the maximum you can really release is about 5 videos a day. But when I was releasing videos 3 times before I was releasing 3 videos a day. Yeah, I could keep up with 5 accounts or 5 or 6 accounts because one of them is reaction videos. And I ain't got that much reaction videos. But JY's 1 to 4.0 and including JY's TV clips, I can release 3 videos each account per account. So that's 15 videos a day. I could do that. Could pretty much do that. Could definitely keep up with 2 videos on 5 of the accounts every day. I've got so much content just waiting to go. Oh, hold on a minute. See? There's me forgetting how many accounts I got. I can just go live on JY's TV 3.0. You can't stop me, blood, yeah? When I block my access, they're back again. Right, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Motherfucker. Right. Right, boom. Right. Editor of London said, right, look at my comments. I'm 17. I've been kicked out of my mum's house for failing GCSEs, then out of my brother's house for eating too much. Fucking hell. Now I'm just at my grandma's house. Well, don't eat too much food at your grandma's house, boy, because you don't want to get kicked out from there. But you see, there's more to the story than that. And there might be more to the story that you're unaware of. Like, okay, you failed your GCSEs, so your mum kicked you out. Like, I've never heard in my whole life, I've never heard of anyone's mum or dad kicking them out because they failed GCSEs. Now, in a Chinese household or a strict Hindu household, I mean, I would kind of expect that sort of thing to happen, you understand? But more than likely, this person is, black or white British and that. Black and white British parents are not fucking that strict to be kicking you out. So more than likely, you're being a bit of a nuisance. more than likely, you're smoking weed, you're coming in at 3 in the morning with the munchies, almost burned down the fucking house. There's more to that story there. Just like when you see certain homeless people sleeping on the streets. If you see a homeless person sleeping on the street, yeah, unless there's some asylum seeker immigrant from another country, then I don't know. I'm saying, you see a homeless person sleeping on the street, you have to think to yourself, right, your mum, your dad, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, grandma, granddad, cousins, all of those people that you know, none of them would rather see you on their living room floor. All of them would rather see you out on the streets. That's what when you're homeless, that's the message that you're putting out there. Everyone that you've ever fucking met, you basically alienated them. Yeah, they don't want you in their house. Now, why do they want you in your? Why do they not want you in their house? Well, you probably have a drug addiction. Yeah, you got a crackhead or a drug addict in your house. Well, of course you're gonna have problems. You probably have an alcohol addiction. You probably are, yeah, just seriously heavily unemployed. Obviously, no one wants anyone who's not doing nothing in their house. Imagine you have your own house. I'm not talking about whether you own it or you're renting, but you have a fixed abode and you take in someone that's been kicked out. Imagine you come home from work at 6 p.m. and this person's like just dossing around the house, you know, or imagine you have a day off work. You know, you leave the house for a few hours, you come back and it's 1 p.m. and they're still sleeping on the sofa. And the living room stinks because they ain't open up no windows and that. It's gonna piss you off. And they're just sitting there, they're not contributing, and they're just eating out the fridge. Of course you want to kick their fucking ass out. So there's always more to the story. I've never heard in my whole life, my 32 years of existence, I'm not saying this ain't possible. But what I'm saying is I've never heard in my 32 years of existence anyone getting kicked out because they failed their GCSEs. No way. No way. Obviously, my mum is one person and she doesn't speak for the whole of Britain. But I even got unofficially expelled from school when my mum was in Jamaica. I didn't get kicked out of the house. I phoned my mum when she was in Jamaica. Here's me, mum. Listen, it's only 2 weeks before study leave, so it ain't that bad. Yeah, I only had 2 weeks to go. She's like, what? Huh? Like, they basically expelled me from school. Yeah, they said don't come back until GCSEs. My mom was in Jamaica. To be fair, I didn't even get in no trouble because it's like, what are you really gonna learn 2 weeks before study leave? You know what I mean? So I didn't get in trouble. So K1 said you're consistent still. Listen, like I've been saying in a few of my videos, consistency is the path to success. You don't have to be that talented. You just need to be willing to work hard. I guarantee you, there's certain footballers that are on the pitch. I mean, I don't even know about football. I'm just speaking hypothetically, but I know this to be true. Because if this can exist in other realms, then it must be able to exist on the football pitch or the basketball court. There are footballers that you lot can think of right now, midfielders, defenders, they're not talented, but they're on the pitch and they're earning 60, 70 grand a week because they worked hard. These guys are not that talented. Furthermore, you must think, how the fuck is this guy really on the pitch? How did he make squad? I'm better than him. Do you know why? Because they were hard workers and they were consistent. Telling you, you can win with just hard work and consistency. You don't need to be talented. Like I said in a couple videos, there's a guy in my workplace, he's probably on paper technically a better electrician than me, better electrical tester than me. But I'm richer than him. I've got more properties than him. I just said I'm not better than him technically. Probably better than me technically. But no one has to force me into work on a Saturday. I'm there jamming it on my manager. I ain't received the work for Saturday. It's 4:30. Where is it? When I'm sitting down in Wagamama's doing my paperwork after a Saturday shift, people must think, what the hell is that guy doing? Just sitting there at the table on his own, on the tablet. Yo, this is the reason why I'm sitting on 5 properties and that, because I'm willing to do what 99.9% of you lot are not willing to do. If you're a lot of people, if their manager said, yo, I need someone to come in on Saturday to do some work, you lot will be, get the fuck, yeah? You lot will be out of there. Me, if someone said, I need someone to cover on Saturday, do some work, like, yeah, hand right up there. Yeah, and through the roof to blood clot. So yeah, don't worry about not being that, you know, talented at anything. Show up every day and put in a rascal effort. You could have stumps for fingers, yeah? If you go to a guitar playing lessons every single day and you're willing to learn and put in that effort and practice at home, you will be able to play the guitar. You might not be as talented as whoever's the greatest guitarist on planet Earth, but you will get to a decent level. You could be shit at art, you know, drawing and painting. You go to art class every single fucking day and you practice at home and you bust your ass, you will become a good artist. No talent, no skill, nothing. Just sheer hard work and consistency. So, yeah, attendance and hard work. That's it. That's the key to success. And that means by default, everyone can achieve some level of success because you don't need talent. Look at fucking talking about football. They put Usain Bolt on the pitch. Someone type in the comment section what football team Usain Bolt was playing for. He ain't talented. Not at football. Yeah. But he can run fast. Yeah, someone put down in the chat what football team Usain Bolt was playing for. Right. So this person's asked a good question. This is a good question. Oh, sorry. Big up Miz 528 for the 99p super sticker. Respect, brother. Nah, he didn't play for Jamaica. It was a different team. I don't know. It was just some football club. I don't know who it was. It could have been an American soccer team. I don't know. I remember seeing a video of Usain Bolt playing football, and they weren't Jamaica. Someone else. Yeah, I know he didn't play pro, but I saw a game where he was playing. So anyway, someone asked, this is a good question. Jay Wise, what will you do if your son wants to become a TikToker? My son is not just going to be born in a country like England where there's plenty of opportunity and think, fuck it, I'm just going to go to school because I have to, and then I'm just going to jump on TikTok and make videos. No. He can do TikTok on the side or Twitch streaming on the side, but yo, you're going to own your own business, boy. The hell? You think I'm going to bring a child into the world for them to just make videos on the internet? So yeah, I do TikTok and social media and that, but I'm also a working electrician who's a landlord who has 4 properties on rent with 8 tenants. I'm not just some guy that, you know, just does TikTok videos and that. Do you know, I've seen a few comments. I remember there was I don't know, like, I don't know, maybe it was on my JY's TV 3.0 account, because there's a lot of females over there that follow me on that account. And I released a video that got bare views. It was a reaction video. And basically, under that video, and maybe some other videos, because I've seen this a couple of times, some women, like older women, was like, oh, another guy that's not working, just making TikTok videos. What? Where did that assumption come from? How the hell did you think that I was not a working man that just made videos on TikTok? Motherfucker, go and watch 3 videos at least, and you will hear me say, I got 5 properties. I got 5 properties. Come on, man. Fucking dumbass, think that I don't have a proper job. Listen, I have a proper job paying me over £300 a day. Back to say TikTok's paying me any money. How much do I get from YouTube? What, like £80 a month? Yeah. I mean, it's better than none. I respect the money. You understand? Like, you get me? It's free money in that, but I ain't paying my bills. Ah, man. Being an electrical tester is paying my ass clock bills. Yeah. And then this person's asked another good question. Jay Wise, what will you do if your son decided to become a bad man on road? Out. Get your blood clot out. Listen, when I have children, when I have sons, when I have daughters, wherever, they can live for free. I'm not going to be one of these working class parents that like, you're earning £2,000 a month now, so you can pay me £500 a month. Or, you know, you owe me this amount of money and that, all bills include all this nonsense. These parents think that they're running a business. Yo, you ain't run a business in your home. You couldn't even run a business in your sleep. What are you talking about? Because I've literally heard a mum say that to me. I remember I was in my back garden at my mum's house. Me and my mum were standing out there, and there was another woman there. She has a son that's exactly the same age as me. And she was saying, yeah, I charge my son. She was like to my mum, how much do you charge Jelani? Like every month? And she was like, I don't know, £200. She was like, what? I'm charging so-and-so £500. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, £500 all in. Talking about food and clothes washing. Now, who the fuck are you, man, about you trying to talk like you're running a business? You ain't even got a fucking company's house registration number talking about you running a business. Yeah? So I'm not going to be one of these working class parents that see their child as an income. Do you know why they see their child as an income? Because they didn't put in the work when they were younger, and because they had a child too early on and it wasn't financially stable, their child became a burden. So when their child grows up, they feel like their child owes them in terms of monetary value. Yeah, my child owes me in terms of they need to make a success of themselves because I've put in the hard work over the years to give them a good life and that. So they owe me in that sense, but they don't owe me no money. When I have a child or children, they can live for free as long as they're doing what they're supposed to do. Whether it means being in university or currently working at the time, it doesn't matter. They need to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. If they don't, they have to leave the house. So there will be no money exchange in between the two of us. They won't need to pay me any money. Imagine that. Imagine being so broke that you need your son or daughter to contribute £300-400 a month. Imagine that you're that brass that you need your son or daughter to pay you £300-400 a month. I don't need an extra £300-400 a month at my current stage. Listen, £300 could be going into my account every single month and I wouldn't even fucking know. Partly because I got so many accounts as well, but I wouldn't know if £300-400 was going into my account, because lots of money is coming into my account and lots of money is going out. So, and not going out in a sense of like, you know, I've got bare stupid bills and that because I'm still paying off car on finance or Rolex, bust down nonsense watch on finance and that. But I wouldn't even notice, because I've done the work to make myself overly comfortable and almost achieving financial freedom. Yeah, on the way there. Soon come, soon land. So I will not be charging my son any Ross Clark rent money, or my daughter any rent money. But yeah, if my son decides to jump on road, boy, you better jump on the first thing smoking out of that place, boy. Jay Wise, would you support your son becoming a fighter? Nah, I don't want my son becoming no boxer, man. Too many of them boxers get brain damage and that. Fuck that. Forget that. Like, I wouldn't mind my son becoming a footballer, though. And do you know what? I actually thought about this. Do you know what? Maybe I would make my son become a footballer and that. Do you know why? Yeah. So this is the reason why. Yeah. So much young, talented black men, but so much young, talented men from the ends don't make it in football. It's because their parents don't have the resources. They don't have the funds to push their son in the right direction and give them that proper, adequate training. Do you know how many youths, yeah, didn't even have money from their parents to even buy a pair of football studs or any Astros, because their parents didn't have no money. Their parents couldn't afford to send them to football training. They had to go to some fucking shitty football training at Broadwater Farm Community Centre where you pay £1 subs. That was their football training. Big up Colonel. Yeah, there's a guy called Colonel that used to run the Broadwater Farm football team and that. They were going down there paying £2 subs and all this nonsense, because their parents couldn't afford to send them to proper football training. On the other hand, I are currently in a position where I could do it. I ain't got no fucking kids to do it for. I could afford to send my son to pretty much one of the best football training camps. So you know what? I'll probably end up doing that. Why am I going to make my son become a doctor to study for 8 years to then earn 80 grand when I could pump a lot of money into my son and make him a footballer so that he can earn 50 grand a week? So you know what? I'm probably going to do that, because this is not just something I'm just thinking of now. I actually thought of that before. A lot of parents, a lot of working class, because becoming a footballer is a working class thing. Middle class parents, they don't want their sons to become no footballer. They don't want their sons to become no rapper, no footballer, no boxer. No, but they want their son to become a banker, lawyer, or stockbroker or something like that. Yeah, doctor, or they want him to work for Goldman and Sachs. They want him to have a nice cushy job up in the Shard earning 100 grand a year. That's what middle class people want. Working class people, they don't mind their son becoming a footballer. So why am I gonna really make? Nah, I'm not gonna force my son to become no doctor and that to earn some shit wage. Yeah, man. I said tennis player. I don't know how much tennis players get paid, but yeah, most parents, they don't have the resources to send their sons to a good football club. So that's why a lot of young men don't become the footballers that they could be. And like I said earlier in the stream, there are footballers on the pitch that aren't talented. They're just okay. There are footballers on the pitch. If you're a football man that used to kick ball, I'm not a football man. I never used to kick ball. Yeah, I used to kick people's ass. I never kick ball. Yeah? If you're a football man that used to kick ball, there will be some footballers, yeah, some players on your team, whatever team you support. You're like, yo, I'm better than him. What's he doing with the ball? Consistency. That's why they're there. So my son wouldn't even need to have no God-given talent to be the #1 striker and that. Yeah. But I will have enough resources to get him on that pitch, because my son will have my brain and he will be a consistent person. So I could pay for my son to go to a high quality football academy, and I will make him go consistently. Therefore, he will get on a team. Yeah? You don't have to pay for fucking Arsenal or, you know, Liverpool or, you know, Man United. Or, fucking play for Newcastle or something, or Middlesbrough or whatever. As long as it's in the Premiership, yo, you're getting paid, even if you're a midfielder. Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely be able to, you know, what you call it, pay for my son to become a footballer and that, because I will have the resources. I'm telling you, in life, yeah, you got to be super strategic, because you're not going to become successful by accident. It's careful planning. This is the reason why people are unsuccessful and poor and end up becoming homeless, because they had no plans and they lived every day by as it came. You can't live every day as it comes and be successful. You have to have plans. You don't have to have it like a day by day, hour by hour plan, but you need to be like, right, boom, like in 6-7 months, bam, I want to buy an next property. 6-7 months, I want to buy an next property and that. Me personally, I don't have no plans day by day. Yeah. Because you can't make that much changes day by day. Yeah. So this art person said, salute, been watching you for a minute, really respect. Respect. Would I be able to get a mortgage on a yearly salary of 28K? Do you know what? This is crazy, you know. This is crazy. This is what they need to be teaching in school. Not all these stupid subjects. They need to teach kids about mortgages. How can a man ask, can I get a mortgage on a yearly salary of 28K? Blood, you obviously must be new to my channel, because I've said on many occasions, I was on 28, 29 grand a year, and I bought my first house. Not this one, but my other house. So if I could buy a house on 28K, so can you. You can buy a house on 10K. Yeah. Yo, this kill person. Yo, you can't be spamming the chat, man. What do you think of levels for electrical installation? What do you think of T levels? I don't get it. I don't know about this new thing you're talking about, you know. But put it this way, yeah. Hold on one sec. Hold on. Right, big up to this person. I think the person's name is Ibby Talks. No, was it? I mean, I don't know. Something EBK Talks or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know about these this new thing, T levels. But what you need to find out, yeah, is whatever qualification you gain from this T levels course, is that what employers are looking for? If you gain a qualification that employers are not looking for, you're wasting your fucking time. So what you need to do, yeah, you need to find out before you go any further in this course, yeah, you need to find out whether or not employers are looking for that course or qualification that you're going to gain. That's what you need to be asking, because you know JYs don't know everything. You know, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Oh no, is this that same person? Right. This person said, oh, Jesus Christ, hold on. Right. This person asked, Jay Wise, what made you jump off road and leave the street life? Do you know what? Yeah. So basically, when I came out of prison in 2011, August, yeah, that was just after the London riots. So bear my man, them, they were in jail. Everyone was going in jail. Everyone was getting nicked during the London riots. Now, I said this many times before, but basically, I was saying to like the man them on the wing when I was in ISIS on the H wing, like, yo, I bet the police think I'm involved in the riots, and I bet they've gone to my yard. Come out of jail, they actually went to my house, but not for the riots. They were looking for food, yeah, that they didn't find. Yeah? So yeah, when man touched road, bear my man, they were in jail. Bear man were in jail. Yeah. So obviously, a couple months later, an apprenticeship opportunity came up, and I went for it. Coupled with the fact that I got my first girlfriend, and she was at my house 4 days a week, even though she lived in Ilford and I lived in Edmonton. She would always come down to come see me and that. And I thought to myself, because even when I first started my apprenticeship and that, man was still, you get me, hustling, wheeling and dealing, you understand? And I remember, yeah, I think the last shot that I did lick, yeah, I actually met one youth in the alleyway and I said to the girl, yeah, you go and do this. Yeah. So she just went and handed it over. Like girls are so dumb. They think that stuff is cool as well, you know. Oh, I done this or whatever. Really. So boom. So I think that was one of the last shots that man licked. Yeah. And then I think I thought to myself, do you know what? The girl that I was with, her ex-boyfriend was actually in jail. And I thought to myself, do I want to be like him and have a girl come visit me in prison? Do I want to, only time I can talk to this girl is over the phone or behind a screen or whatever and that? Because when I was in jail, I never had no visits. I didn't need no visits. Man's only in there for 2 months. I don't need no visits. So I just thought, nah, man need to just jump off road fully. And that's what it was. It was quite easy because obviously all the men them were in jail. Yeah. And do you know what happened as well? Like when certain men started coming out of jail, certain man didn't like the fact that I had a girl because me and certain man used to be chilling all day, every day. So when a man comes out of jail, he just thinks, yo, man's just gonna go back to doing what man was doing when I was free on the road. Nah, fam, because you've been in jail for 9 months. My life has changed in that 9 months. Man's got a job, man's left the road, and now man's got a gig. 3 things that I didn't have or weren't doing when you was free, when we were both free. So the dynamics have changed now. Because what happened was, obviously, I went in jail, and then a lot of my guys will go in jail when I was in jail, but then I come out and everyone's in jail. A lot of people went to prison for the riots. If you don't got any older cousins than that are my age, 32 or whatever, around my age group and that, if they were on road, they probably got nicked during the riots. If not, they probably got away with not getting nicked. You understand? So everyone, like, yo, they was filling up the prisons, you know. In ISIS, yeah, you got 2 house blocks. You got Thames, which is 18 to 21, and then you've got Meridian, which is 21 to 25. Now, sometimes some youths that got themselves into too much trouble or they were too much trouble, they would get sent over to the Meridian block to be with the older guys and that. But yeah, for the most part, it was the Meridian block was just 21 to 25. But when the riots happened, they was bringing youths and they were putting young youths in the Meridian block because Meridian had less people in that because There's just less man that's 25, 21 to 25 that are in prison. So yeah, man. They was filling up the jail, blood. Right. So this Nathan person said, messaged you on Insta about your book. Big recommendation for the young youth to take a read. Yeah, come on, man. See, this is someone, yeah, that's saying like, yo, yeah, read the book, fam. You bought a yard in 2017. Yeah, I did, yeah. Right. Someone left a comment that was good, you know, just where did that go? Someone said something that was just good. I just see it and then it just disappeared. Ah, someone asked, have you ever been Cockenwood? Nah, I think I was too old to go there because I'm sure Cockenwood is 15 to 17-year-olds. It's in Kent, innit, or somewhere like that. I heard them mutes just roll around in packs, rushing people all day long. Someone asked, because that comment got filtered. Do you want fully black children? Was it not something you care about? Do you know what? I'm not bothered if my children are mixed, and I will still be able to see myself in my son, even if he's mixed. But I feel like I'll be able to see myself in my son that little bit more if he was fully black, or at least he had darker skin, if that makes sense. Because I'm gonna name my son after me, but I'm not gonna call him Junior. Yeah, his name will be Jelani. I won't call him Junior, but I'll refer to him as Boy. I won't call him by his first name. Boy! You see, when I'm a dad, I'm going to be like one of them old school dads. I'm going to shout, boy! Yeah, my son's going to come running down the stairs and say, sir! Yeah? None of this, yes, dad. He's going to call me sir. You lot think I'm fucking about. He will refer to me as sir. I'm one of them old school dads, boy. Me and my son are gonna go out and climb trees, teach him how to fight. Yo, Sarkill, man, I might have to block you, man. Yo, stop. Yo, Sarkill, I understand you want to get your comment through, but yo, you can't be spamming the chat like that, man. Man said, please, no. All right, but just don't spam the chat, big man. Right, let me see what he was saying. What do I think of Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips? I mean, isn't one of them pregnant now or something? Yeah, isn't one of them pregnant and that? I mean, I don't know why they want to do why they're doing what they want to do. Why they're doing what they do. Yeah. What can I say? The man said I did it, you know. Yeah, boy, they. Yeah, boy. That's the thing, yeah. What they don't understand is they are representing their children. And the internet never forgets. Even the Queen, R.I.P. Lizzie the GOAT. Kim Kardashian wanted to go to the Queen's coronation. She said, nah, move your blood clot. Go take your sex tape somewhere, blood clot else. I remember you. You did that thing with that black boy, yeah? You think, yeah, because you're a billionaire, you get some sort of free pass to enter any club that you want. No. The Queen only wants virtuous women at her coronation. She don't give a damn about your money. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's all in this. What it's all about class and self-respect. You can have 10 billion. You can be a trillionaire. If you've got a hexy tape floating around online, you've marked yourself out for the rest of your life. There's no going back from that. So yeah, you can think because you're rich and you go, yeah, the Queen said, move your blood clot. Yeah? Move. Don't think that you know you can just money erases the past. Nah. Nah. How dare she thinks that she can turn up to the Queen's coronation? Man said, rise me. I ain't rising nobody. I will still make the Queen pay for items if I own the shop. Do you know what? Yeah, I was watching this documentary. This was years ago. These times, man didn't even have Northampton, the property, I don't even think. And it was called Inside Windsor Castle. And it was interesting. It was obviously about the Queen and the royal family and that. And they had a scene where the Queen was in Windsor. And she basically looked how, you know how the Queen looks on, before, was it the £20 note or the £5 note the Queen's head was on? I can't remember. There was a note that had the Queen's head on it, because I think £50 note was Churchill, Winston Churchill. But yeah, I think it might be the £5 or the £20. It had the Queen's head on it. And or was it all the money that had the Queen's head on it? What am I talking about? This is how you know, man don't even handle money no more. Yeah, man don't even handle money no more. It's all online. It's all, you know, contactless, tap tap, swipe swipe, and that. But anyway, however, how the Queen looked on the £5 or whatever money it was, and that she was that sort of age group. And there was a clip where she walked into the local shop and bought some milk, and I just thought, that's mad. Imagine, yeah, Her Majesty just rolling up into the shop with a little £1 with her head on the money and saying like, yeah, you know, can I get some milk? Like, yes, please, Your Majesty. And that's mad. Imagine just the Queen of England just rolling around. So yeah, I mean, if the Queen rolled up in my shop, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't charge the Queen. Yeah. And do you know what the maddest thing is? Yeah, like I think people just generally hate on people just because they're just jealous and insecure. Do you know? Yeah, there was some people. Yeah, like they were happy when they heard the news about the Queen. Why? Why would you be happy? Like that's how you know certain people are sick. You know, like when there's certain people. Yeah, when they hear that like, oh, some businessman has lost his business, like. Some billionaire has lost everything. You know, that will make some people happy, Like, you have to really check yourself when the downfall of another person makes you happy. Don't you think that's a bit weird? Don't you think that's a bit sick that the downfall of someone else will make you happy? So I don't understand, like there's certain people, they were happy when they heard, I'm like, what? I mean, don't get it twisted, I wasn't sad, but I'm like, oh. Like, I don't even know about King Charles. No disrespect. But I'm like, yo, like, yeah, in my head, it's the Queen. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no real king. I certainly will not be happy, like, hearing someone passed away. Like, what's that got to do with me? People are just not right in their head, man. What social housing rates these days? What? Oh, sorry, EICR. I mean, I get paid £67 a test, and it takes me an hour and a half. But there's only like 6 circuits. How long you do a 3-bed EICR in? Hour and a half. There's only like 6 circuits. All of this, 4 hours to do a test, blood. You will not make no money. Yeah. No. There's no. It's not just a straight ZS thing. ZE, yeah, R1, R2s, and insulation resistance. ZE plus R1, R2 is your ZS. You go around, do your little functional test, make sure everything's still working, but you know, the tenant will tell you if things are not working because they live there. Trust me, they let you know, yeah, when things are not working. Oh, I've got these broken sockets. You know what annoys me about the tenants? They love to ask me and for me to fix their broken sockets, yeah. Oh, I've got 5 broken sockets. Can you fix them and that? But chat, you lot, answer this question, yeah? How much do you think it should cost for someone to change a broken socket? So how much do you think it should cost for an electrician to change a broken socket? I want to know before I carry on. Because I go to these tenants' houses and they love to ask me, you know, I've got 4 broken sockets. Or they will say, the socket's not working. Yeah, the socket's not working because it's split right in half and the back box is hanging off the wall because a lot of them are surface back boxes. Yeah. So someone's saying £40 and someone has said £10. Let's even go with £10. Yeah. These tenants will be like, can you fix this broken socket? I've got 5. I've got a couple broken pendants as well. Yeah. Let's say it was £10 each. Yeah. Cheap. If I said to them, yeah, it's going to be £10 each, do you know what they'll say? Forget it. Forget it. And the maddest thing is, yeah, see, this is what I'm saying, yeah? In this country, we are allowed to take the fucking piss, blood. You live in social housing. You are renting. It's not a birthright. You are renting a property. These tenants will smash the fucking property up. They will wreck the sockets. I've been to people's houses where I've changed 6 broken sockets. Yeah. My mum lives in a council house. Yeah. I've never had to change a broken socket ever. My mum's house is a council house. We are the first and only occupiers of that property. The only time I've changed sockets is because my mum wants to change them from white to black or to chrome. Other than that, no smashed up sockets whatsoever. There was only one socket where the left socket on the double socket that weren't working. Yeah, or it was stiff. It was getting stiff. Yeah. I mean, the socket's been there for like 25 years or something. It's had a good one. Yeah. Other than that, not changed no sockets and that. These tenants, if I said to them, yo, £10 a socket, they will say, forget it. Yo, you need to be held accountable for mashing up and bracking up the yard. They just don't respect the houses. I don't know what's the matter with these people. They live dirty as well. Why would you want to live dirty for? Best barber in the world, located 24 Reed Avenue, London, E3. You never know. Might have to take that one down there. Who breaks the sockets? It's the tenants that breaks the sockets. Jay Wise, do you still have to look behind your shoulders if you go back to your area? No. Would you firm racism for a crazy what? Would you from write that again, please. Speak proper English, my friend. Someone said, how do you break a socket? Listen, these people, I do not know. Why have you got holes in your walls? I remember I went to one house before, yeah? And, I'm walking down the corridor, like the landing, and I can see into the bedrooms whilst I'm walking down the landing. So you lot will think, oh, it's probably because the doors are open to the bedroom. Makes sense, right? No, the doors were closed to the bedrooms. So how the hell could I see into the bedroom if I'm walking down the landing and there's a wall and the doors are closed? Because there is a massive hole, yeah, like this in the wall, going right through one side of the plasterboard, through the stud wall into the other plasterboard, and you can see inside the bedroom from the hallway, from the landing, whilst you're walking, because someone has smashed a hole right through. Some incredible Hulk shit, blood. Madness. Right. Tea time. I ain't got Nadia here today, so I've got to make my own tea. Jay Wise, have you ever been to a music studio? Yeah, one time, but not for me to spit. Like, I was just with a man then. I don't know if there is still one now, but there was a music studio near the Coca-Cola factory in Edinburgh. I can't believe I got blocked from that other fucking live. Pissed me off. But at least they didn't block me from this one, because this is the main one I want to go live on anyway. Jay Wise, how do you bang a prospective short circuit current or a prospective earth fault current test? So you make sure all of your earths are in. So you know how when you do your ZE and that, you take the main earth out, turn off the main switch and that. You make sure your main earth is in, and you go from line to neutral, take your reading down, go line to earth, take your reading down, and whichever one is the highest is your prospective fault current. If you have a three-phase system, then you can do it one of two ways. You can go line to neutral and double it, or go to line to earth and double it. And obviously, sorry, you can go phase to phase as well. Obviously, if you go phase to phase, that's going to be more accurate than doubling it, than doubling the line to neutral. To be fair, I haven't tested a three-phase board in ages. No, actually, no. I done one the other day. Actually, what am I talking about? Yeah, I done one the other day. That was a while back though, but yeah. But that was one in a year, because I only do single-phase testing. So I know you have to do phase rotation as well. Yeah. You know, you do it so much and you just forget about these things, you know, like it's just like second nature, like walking. You don't have to tell yourself to put one foot in front of the other. You just do it, innit? How can you control how much electricity you purchase? Do you mean how much electricity you're using? Do you do much fault finding? I mean, obviously, I'm testing people's houses all day long and that. So the most common fault you're gonna find is a broken ring circuit, because nobody can look at, because you can't see the effects of a broken ring. This is a fault that is hidden. It's like not having an earth. Yeah, the circuit will still run, it will still function normally, yeah, without an earth, and a ring circuit will still function normally if you have a broken line conductor or a broken neutral or a broken CPC. It will still function because it's a ring. Obviously, you know, current goes this way, current goes that way, so it doesn't matter if the ring's broken, that it will still work. Whereas if it was a radial and it was broken in the middle, well, 3 sockets in the house wouldn't work, and that would get reported to the council, and the council would eventually fix it before someone like me goes there to just do the periodic test. So that's going to be the most common fault you're going to come across, is a broken ring, because other faults like a broken circuit would leave people without lights or power in certain parts of the house, and that would get flagged and reported way before I get there. So that's why a broken ring is the most common fault, because other faults, you can see them or see the effects of the fault, and it will get reported and resolved. Some, every now and then I've had some crazy high ZE, like 15 ohms, where there's something wrong with the service head. So I have to phone up the national grid and they come sort that out. Yeah. But yeah, broken ring is the most common one, really. When was the last time I had a fault that was other than a broken ring, or like a proper fault where something's tripping? Right, I went to one white chick's house, and yeah, it just kept on tripping. And basically, there was a burning smell coming from one of the sockets. And yeah, I think the neutral had burnt out, or so something like that. I can't remember. It was a while back, but yeah. She was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I've got the council coming out in a couple of days to come and fix it." I'm like, "No, I need to fix it because I can't pass it. I need to pass it. I can't fail these tests." Yeah, we find the fault, we fix it, and then pass it. Jay Wise, have you ever had problems with rodents in your property? Yeah, I had that before. My brother is training to become, well, be an electrician. Any tips for a beginner? Just tell him to binge watch a bunch of videos on YouTube. Tell him to watch John Ward. So John Ward, WARD. Tell him to watch his videos on that. Tell him to watch videos, a day in the life of yeah, that's it. Yeah, John Ward. Yeah. Tell him to watch just videos on day in the life of electrician and that, artisan electricians or something like that, something like that. Just tell him to watch videos on that. But obviously, definitely watch someone like John Ward, because he breaks down stuff and he will draw diagrams and that. Because obviously, day in the life of electrician, that's just more like, you know, showing you what they do and whatever. And you can learn some fault finding tips from that. But tell him to watch John Ward. Yeah. Big up. See, man, say John Ward is a G. Yeah. Big up John Ward. Some people won't like him because they think he's boring and that. Or me, I'm a boring man, so yeah, I like him still. Yeah, but yeah, John Ward, he knows his stuff. Yeah. Apparently, that Sparky Ninja guy is quite good as well. I think my manager at work said that he's in a group chat with that Sparky Ninja guy and some of them other guys. So yeah, they know their stuff. Like literally, if you're in a group chat with them, man, yeah, it's like a special WhatsApp group that they're in. If you're in a group chat with them, man, if you have any little issues, put it in that chat. They will tell you what's the problem. I saw one crazy fault one time. I wouldn't have been able to work out what's going on with this fault. Basically, there was downlights in a bathroom. So the spotlights were in the bathroom. Let's say there's like 10 spotlights in this bathroom or something like that. The lights would be pulsating, yeah? And like flickering and that constantly. So this was a YouTube video I watched. I was thinking, what the fuck is that problem? Yeah. There's no transformers, none of that crap. Yeah. But the lights were pulsating and flickering. Yeah. The spotlights in the bathroom. That was the problem. Anyway, come to find out, yeah, it was the fan in the bathroom. There was a problem with the fan and it was making the lights pulsate and flicker. I mean, obviously, you can find out that problem by process of elimination, like, yeah, maybe disconnecting the fan and that. But for you to know what that problem was, nah, I don't think. I mean, obviously, you would have to have experienced that problem to know that a fan can do that. But the average person is never going to know what's causing that problem, because that is an anomaly. That is a weird thought. I've never come across that in my life. I've never even heard anyone talk about that. Big up man like Dorsa David. Low current, you mean low voltage? Right, let me make this tea. Just wait 5 minutes, couple minutes. There's literally like nobody viewing on JY's TV 3.0. Mad. But I'll be coming off in a few minutes anyway. Why don't you invest in car rentals? Yeah, you see, I was going to do that. I was thinking about investing in car rentals and that. And this is what I'm saying, yeah. This is why, yeah, when you get on the right and legit path, you're just going to naturally outgrow certain man. So during lockdown, I started buying cars to try and sell them, yeah. So I went to the BCA, the British Car Auction, and I got my trade plates. So trade plates are, it looks like a white number plate, but it's got red writing, and it might be like 5 or 6 characters, yeah. So I got my trade plates and that, got my trader's insurance, went down to, no, I bought them online actually, done the online auction and bought 2 cars. Sold them at a fucking loss. Made no money on those cars. Anyway, went down to the ends, saw a couple man that I know. And like I said, this is when you know you just outgrow certain man. Certain men are still on that bullshit thinking because their mind has not grown and they have not entered the workplace. So their mind has not evolved. And I told a man, yo, man's doing this, trying to do this buying and selling cars thing. And a man said, you know what you can do? You can get into car rentals. Let's say, for example, for you to finance Mercedes A-Class, you pay £200 a month. Well, if you've got that rented out every day or pretty much every day, you can rent that out like £50 a day or whatever. And basically, a man's saying that, yo, you can make £1,000 a month. So you're paying 2 bills for the car, but you're renting it out for £1,000 a month, essentially. He was like, yeah, what you want to do is you want to get in contact with these certain man. Yeah, the best customer that you will have is man that do F you about what, bro? I'm not. You think I'm gonna base my whole business acumen and my whole business plan on my customers being man that do F? Are you fucking stupid, blood? That's how you know, man. Them in the ends just. It's like, yo, you are forever stuck in Edmund, blood. Like, I'm not gonna base my whole business plan on man doing F to fund my business. Just so stupid. I don't want to deal with no one that's doing F, blood. It's just dumb, man. And I said, money is money. Blood, you don't want to be getting involved. Well, then why don't you go on? I mean, obviously, selling drugs is different to having, you know, what do you call it? Yeah, selling drugs is different to, you know, renting out cars to people and that. But you don't want your clientele. You want professional people who are going to be your clientele. Did you not see that video on TikTok where the guy owns his own like car rental company, and then one guy took the car to France, and they had to go over to France to get the fucking car back? Now, some people were saying that that was scripted and it was fake. But you know what? Even if that video there was scripted and fake, that's happened. Yeah. This is the bullshit you got to deal with. Yeah. This is what happens when you deal with man that do F. They do foolishness. That's what F is. F ain't fraud. F is foolishness. Yeah. Then man, they will go over to another country, and now it's a drama to get them back, get the car back, and you're feeling like, yo, this is gonna turn into beef soon. And that someone was knocking on my door. But yeah, I don't want to be around certain people. That's why I don't even want to go on certain podcasts where they've got a panel of a random set of different people. Because a lot of people, when they go on these podcasts and that, it's like it's their time to shine. They've never been in front of the camera before. And they just start acting up. Nah, bro, we're going to get into beef, fam. Relax yourself. Man said, go on Young Spray's podcast. Absolutely not. You mad? Maybe back in the day, but nah, I don't like the way it is ran now. So no, I wouldn't go on it. To be fair, I wasn't even thinking about that podcast. I was thinking about a different podcast. This podcast has a lot of gyal that go on it. And I see the way the girls are talking to the man them and that, yo, listen. Yeah. Jay Wise needs to be on Joe Rogan. Do you know what someone said in the last live stream? They need to make I think someone sent me a DM. Don't know if it was on Instagram or TikTok. The person said, they make these documentaries about road use or something like that, or whatever nonsense, or black oppression. I can't remember what they said. He said they need to make a documentary about you because you turned your life around. I was like, respect. Yeah, that's one of the best DMs I've ever had in my life. A man said they need to make a documentary about me, you know. Why the hell is this thing saying it's inactive? How's it inactive if I'm switching the fucking camera around? Start going to schools and talk. Do you know what? That sounds like a good idea, you know, but think about it this way. The youths are too young for like, I feel like they're too young for my message. I feel like my message is more like for people who are like 21, but obviously at the same time, you want to get them whilst they're young and that. In a non-grooming fashion, yeah. Yeah, don't worry, I've got the full version of this clip because I know what the internet is like. They try to twist my words. But yeah, I feel like the 16-year-olds, man, like I feel like they're too young, man. Like they're just gonna go, they're gonna listen and just forget. Because the things that I'm saying, you can't implement them that day. Yeah? What's happened to the live stream now? Oh, I thought it was gonna disappear. The things that I'm saying, you can't implement right then and there. They're still in school. The live stream's gone. Right. Yeah, the things that I'm saying, like you can't implement it right then and there. They're still in school. Obviously, I can say to them, like, yo, you know, make sure you pick a trade or do your A level so you can go to university and that. But like, imagine me sitting with some youth saying, you know, consistency is key. You don't have to be that talented. And obviously, man, it's gonna be more like, oh yeah, gassing them up, inspiring them and that. But yo, they ain't gonna go and put in the real work. They're too young, man. At the same time, you gotta get to them before they end up fucking up. So I hear what you lot are saying still. But at the same time, because I feel like, you know what, yeah, me talking to these kids is just gonna fall on deaf ears. At the same time, I know there's certain man right now billing up, yeah, with his fucking chip in his mouth, with his foot in his mouth, billing up right now. I know there's someone billing up right now. I know there's someone, yeah, right now. Yeah. Get off. Listen, don't even watch my life. I don't want no one who's doing that. Yeah. No. Nah. I'm not the person for you. There's someone right now. Yeah, there's one. Yeah. Got a little chip in his mouth. Yeah. See? Someone's in the chat. I'm fuming, can't lie. Oh shoot, no, maybe he's talking about something else. Nah, he's talking about something else. He's talking about something else. Guarantee you right now, someone's billing up. Someone's billing up. You know, like, I know everyone on planet Earth feels like they've got the best mentality ever. Like, I know on slide, everyone that walks planet Earth, yeah, well, most functional human beings on planet Earth, yeah, they believe they've got the best mindset. Yeah, there's a lot of broke people always believe they got the best mindset as well, isn't it? Yeah? But like, how the hell, yeah, can you burn weed and think like, yo, my mindset is good? Like, I'm so glad I'm not a weed head. I'm so glad I don't burn weed. Like, imagine you're needing weed to function. Like, obviously, my day don't start if I ain't had my cup of tea. I don't give a fuck about, listen, I will go running, like today was running day, so I went running this morning. I will go running, come back. I won't eat. I don't give a fuck about eating. If I could pick between having a meal and a cup of tea, there ain't even no competition. Cup of tea all day long. I will leave the house without eating. I'm not leaving the house without having a cup of tea. Yeah. I drive down the road drinking a cup of tea. Yeah, no joke. I'm talking about with a proper tea mug, not like a flask or a disposable cup. No, I drink a cup of tea whilst I'm driving. Man's all going over the hump like this, trying to balance the fucking the tea. But yeah, there's certain people. Imagine waking up in the morning and you need to yeah, with your chip in your mouth, having to bill up. You can't start your day without having 2 pulls on a zoo. Oh, that's a joke. Bro, listen, there's certain people, yeah, they don't even get high off them things there no more. They just need it to function. Imagine that. So now it don't even have an effect on you. You don't even get high. Yeah. You need to get out of your downness. Yeah. That is long. That means that it's a part of your system now. Like how human beings need water. You need the other W. Man says, since when you started drinking tea? Are you mad? I've always, listen, I've been drinking tea since I was like 12, 13 years old, man. Someone needs to clip this. No, don't worry, there will be clips on this, but you're gonna have to wait a little while, boy. I've got about 15 live streams that I need to chop up and upload. So yeah, I'm coming off in 2 minutes. This McCarkey person. Right. So Jay, what should I do? A guy in the gym touched my girl's lower back thinking to crash out. What should I do? I mean, you don't need to smack him up, but nah, you need to stick it on him. But at the same time, obviously, certain people are like touchy. Certain people don't know boundaries and that. But maybe, and I'm not saying that your girl has led him on, but this is the thing, yeah. When you got a chick that's friendly with people and that, certain men don't know boundaries. And certain men take friendliness like, oh yeah, fuck that bullshit. So you know what? It might be partly your girl's fault, why the guy thought he could put his hand on your girl's lower back. Because she's just too friendly. Because no sane guy will go up to a random girl that he knows and puts his hand on her lower back. So that means your girl's talking to too much people in the gym. I'm not saying she's talking to anyone like that, but yo, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the sort of girl you want, yeah, is a girl that is inexperienced, doesn't know much, and doesn't know much people. Men and women are the exact polar opposite. You want a girl that if you have a Ferrari, and she jumps in, she's like, oh, this is the first time I've jumped in a Ferrari and that. You don't want a girl jumping in your Ferrari and saying, oh, well, this is the first time I've been in a Ferrari. I've been in a Lamborghini, a Koenigsegg, and a McLaren 675S. You want a chick to be inexperienced. You want to say to your chick, right, we're going to this position tonight. Like, yeah, I've done that 15 times before. Nah. Similarly, you get me? If your girl says, all right, do this gymnastics, you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man, been there, done that 15 times already. Yeah. You want your girl to be inexperienced, and by extension, you need to be experienced in that. I'm the first guy that Nadia's ever been with that was on road, been to prison and stuff like that. I want to be dealing with no girl, like if I tell her some stories about when man done this and done that on road, like, yeah, I've got 3 exes, they're all in jail for murder and that. Fuck As opposed to, imagine a girl telling me some mad stories and that, and I'm like, well, wow. So he actually had a fight. Wow, I can never imagine being in a fight. Yo, listen, I'll be fighting in my sleep certain time, yeah. You want your girl to, you know, like, you don't want the sort of girl that everyone knows. Even if she's not like that, you want a girl that nobody knows. I remember, yeah, one time, yeah, one of my cousins was dealing with a chick. Let's say the girl's name's Danielle. So one of my cousins was dealing with a chick called Danielle. And my mum said, oh, such and such has got a girlfriend called Danielle. And your other cousins, they know her. Them two other cousins, let's say the cousins are from Hackney. Your two cousins from Hackney, they know Danielle. Now, we're all cousins, we're all family. But instantly, when I thought about that, like when my mum was telling me, like, oh, such and such is dealing with this girl called Danielle. And then your two cousins from Hackney, they already know that girl, Danielle. They don't know her for that reason. They ain't touched it. But I was just thinking, nah, I don't want my girl knowing my cousins like that. Because my cousins are road youths. I don't want my girl to know other road youths and that. You want your girl to be inexperienced in all fields and that. So yeah, you want your girl to be a person that no one knows. Like, yeah, they might see her about, but they don't know her to talk to her and that. Anyhow, I've been banned from this one as well. Would you fight a man over your gal? This is a good question. Now, if my girl wanted to leave me for another man, bon voyage, motherfucker. If a girl cheated on me, obviously she's gone. That is a road you cannot come back down from. Yeah, once you walk down that road, that's a one-way street. But obviously, if a man try to disrespect the gal in front of me, nah, it's straight on. And it's not no Captain Save a Hole. You're not disrespecting none of my people in front of me. Period. If I'm with one of my brethren and someone tried to disrespect him, well, first and foremost, my friends are supposed to get at him anyway. Yeah? Because to be fair, I don't want to back no one that ain't willing to back themselves and that. Yo, like, put it this way, yeah? Let's say one of my neighbors tried to bad up, like, my girl. Yo, that's straight on. It's not because, oh, it's my girl. Nah, you're not even, yo, you're not disrespecting no one that comes to my house. Because if you try to disrespect someone that comes to my house, that means you're trying to violate me. Me and my little brother, yeah, we don't talk, yeah? So I'm not in no position to back my little brother's beef, yeah? My brother's 26, he can handle his own beef, yeah? But what I'm saying is, if someone comes to my mum's house to move to my brother, I will fuck them up. I don't give a fuck what my brother's done. I don't care if my brother has moved to them with an axe. You've come to my mum's house, I will fuck you up, blood. It's got nothing to do with my brother. You're violating my mum's yard just by coming there thinking that you can come on smoke. One time, some African people that moved next door, they didn't know who I was, because when they moved into the place, I wasn't living at my mom's house. So when I did come on the weekends and that, they didn't even clock like who man was. My mom said that they come to the house and it was like talking a bit. What? It was 11 o'clock at night. I went knocking there. Yo, come to the door. Come to the door. They don't want to come to the door. I went back there in the morning, knocked there 2-3 times. Ended up pushing the guy. He ended up calling the police. And the thing is, I used to see this guy walking around. And you know, there's certain man, they think they're bad. Yeah? I can see the way he was. You feel a bit of a tough guy. That he got a bit of size on him and that. But I pushed him and he called the police. Yo, you can't come to my front door to talk to nobody. Yeah, I will move to you. So, yeah, it's got nothing to do with, it's my girlfriend. It's not about that. Yo, like I said, me and my brother, we don't talk. But if someone come to my mum's door to fight my little brother, I will move to you, fam. You're not coming to my mum's house. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Even if I had a guest, even if I had like imagine I had one of my stepdad's people at my house, and some random person knew he was there, and then he come to fight him. Yo, bro, I'm getting involved. Like, you're not fighting no one at my mum's yard. Yeah, you mad? You're violating me, blood. But me, maybe I'm just built different. I'll fight anyone over anything. I don't give a fuck. The only reason why I'm a bit, thinking, oh, I can't get involved in no beef or whatever, is because I don't want to get arrested. I've got too much to lose. I don't care about rolling around on the floor. I don't give a damn. I'll swing anyone. I don't give a shit. Someone said, what did the Africans do? No, they were just being mouthy. Nah, you can't talk to my mum. You can't talk to my mum. You can't chat to my mum. How do you stay out of trouble with that mindset? Yo, it's hard. It's hard. Every day I leave my house, I could get into a situation. I'm the sort of person, I can get into beef so easily, yeah, that, some people, like when they have food cooking in the oven, they will go to the shop quickly. Let's say they've got 1 hour for the food to finish in the oven. Some people will go out to the shop that's 5 minutes around the corner. I will never do that. Because if I leave this house, I might not come back straight away because I could get into beef. I've had it before. I've been on the way to a job, yeah, doing my electrical testing. I got nicked during work. They put me in the back of a van. I went to the police station during work over a road rage situation. You see Nadia, yeah? When Nadia don't hear from me for like 3-4 hours, she starts texting and calling. Not because, I need contact. She's like, yo, has he been arrested? The other day, obviously, I had to evict one of my tenants because the girl, I didn't like her attitude. I'm one of them, man, I don't give a fuck, yeah? If you're paying rent on time. If I don't like your attitude and you're being rude on sly, I will evict you just for being rude. I don't give a fuck if you're paying rent. Yeah, you will show me respect, or you will come out of this house or this flat. Doesn't matter what the property is and that. So this was just before I evicted the tenant. My mum, Nadia happened to drive past my old house. Like, she used to live there, yeah. So she drove past, saw my car there, messaged me. I didn't respond to her. Then a few hours went past. Now my battery on my phone died, yeah. So she messaged me a couple times, no response. The messages weren't going through. She tried to phone me, the phone was off. She was like, no, don't say he got himself nicked. She drove to the house, but my car was gone. So she was like, right, where the hell is his car gone? So then she came to this house and clocked, he's back here. But she just knocked here just in case, just to see what, like, that I was, not in no police cells and that. Because yeah. Someone said you seem like a chill guy though, JY. Yeah, there's a time to be chill, and then there's a time, like, listen, it's like a switch that goes off. It's like 0 to 100. I'm a maniac. I said it on camera. I'm a maniac. You lot wouldn't know. You ask any of these people that live around here, they know that guy. Yeah, he's a madman. Here or at the other house. People on my estate at the other house, they know who I am. They don't even know my name. They just know that guy that lives at the top. He's a madman. I've had to run up in my neighbor's house, smacked up 3 of them. 3 of them, ran up on them, smacked them up. All because someone told me to piss off. Smack them up. Don't give a shit, blood. Me, like, when I was on the ends, yeah, like, man never done all this, but I would fist people out. Obviously, there's certain times man was losing. I lost a couple fights as well. For every 4, you gotta lose 1. You understand? But I was running people down and I was fisting people up. Yeah. Someone said, I remember in one of your old videos, you literally said you hit a woman. Equal rights, yeah? Now, I wish Nadia was in the stream. I have, like me, I'm a violent person. You may not believe it, but I am a violent person. But I've never put my hands on Nadia. Never. Do you know why? Because I have emotional control. Like some people, they will lash out and hit someone because they got angry. No, if I smacked you, I was in full control of that situation. Yeah. I've been with Nadia 5 years, 6 years. I've never put my hands on her. Never. Obviously, she's pissed me off sometimes. I've never put my hands on her. Nah. Nah. Someone said, Jay Wise, I feel like you have anger issues. Would you ever go therapy to sort this issue out? No. Nah. Nah. Do you know why? Yeah, like I will happily put hands on people because some people, a lot of people, you can't talk to them. The only way people are going to learn is they have to learn the hard way. And you know, unfortunately, this is the way I grew up. You know, I grew up quite very aggressive, and that, you know, I've been to quite a few aggressive environments in my life, and that, like going to prison and that. So to me, that's just the only real way to sort out problems of that, unfortunately. Yeah. No one's coming to my mum's house to fight anyone. Straight on. Do you believe violence should be the last resort though? Bro, that's my first resort. Yeah. That is my first resort. I'm telling you. If I didn't have nothing to lose, boy, Jesus Christ. And you know, I was making a joke with Nadia. I was like, yo, make them ever tell me I've got 1 week to live. Like, imagine, yeah, they said to me, like, yo, you've got 1 week to live. It's 30, 7 days and counting, 6 days and 23 hours left, motherfucker. Yo, people on planet Earth better be wary, boy. If I had a problem with you, yo, you best go into hiding for those six days and 23 hours, boy. Me, I just don't have no tolerance. No tolerance. Because people are just fucking idiots and they're so unnecessary. I remember one time, yeah, I was in B&M. This was during the time where you have to wear the COVID masks. I'm in the shop. I'm looking for custard. Now, I'm very particular. The only custard that I eat is ambrosia. So I'm there looking for the custard. Some woman has walked from my right behind me and she's on my left. So I'm looking at the custard and that. This woman, you know, some people are a bit weird. They talk out loud. Like they don't keep their thoughts in their head. They talk out loud. She wasn't on the phone and she didn't have an earpiece in, yeah? So boom. So I heard her say, he's not wearing a mask, because I had no mask on. She had a mask on. I didn't have a mask on. He's not wearing a mask. So I just looked to my left. Anyway, I picked up my custard and walked away, yeah, like within 2 seconds. No, sorry. So I'm looking at the custard. So she said, he's not wearing a mask. So I just looked and I said, so what? Then I walked off after I got my custard, like 5 seconds later. She was like, idiot. Yo, a voice in my head said, Jay, just carry on walking, because she's not ready for where this might go, where this can go. Just keep walking. She's not worth it. How you calling me an idiot because I said, so what if I'm not wearing a mask? You're listening to the government, the same government that's doing up parties on slide behind everyone's back, and the same government that says 1 year later you don't need to wear a mask. So why is it all right 1 year later when the disease is still present, still, you know, active and that? This guy said, I'm the opposite. My tolerance is high. I don't know if it's a bad thing. Listen, I said it in a video the other day, yeah, like, I remember before, I was thinking about opening up like an electrical wholesaler where people can go and buy sockets and cable and lights and stuff, yeah. And I was thinking to put my mum on the tills to serve. And I thought, nah, I can't do that. Do you know where I wanted to open up the shop? Basically, on the border of Tottenham and Edmonton, there's currently a B&M. It used to be where the old Sainsbury's was in Tottenham, but now it's a B&M. My barber shop used to be there. There's a big car park, but now they've shut down all the shops there and it's just B&M. So I was thinking to open up electrical wholesalers there because it's got a good car park there, so the customers can park their cars on there. Anyway, I was thinking if I open up an electrical wholesaler, I'll put my mum in the shop to work. And I thought, nah. If I was going to hire my mum to work for me, she would have to be in the back office doing whatever. Because I can't have my mum on the front tills. What? For some customer to come in who's having a bad day and to dash the socket or whatever item on the counter and say, give me a refund. What? Bro, I'll be jumping over that counter, moving to my customers. So you know what? I'm not putting my mum on no front desk. Yeah? I won't have no customers, blood. I remember I went to a guy's house. I was talking about this in the video the other day as well. I went to a guy's house. He used to run pubs. He used to be the manager of a pub, yeah? Lots of different pubs in Northampton. And he said, a bad thing about running pubs where you've got your daughter and your wife working for you is when you see men trying to threaten them. Not even trying to move to them like that. Threaten your wife and your daughter and that. When I heard him say that, I was like, yo. I was like, that's mad. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I didn't say to him, why don't you move to them? And I didn't even say nothing in it. I was thinking like, yo. Anyway, I must have went to a tenant's house like a week later. And I was like, oh, can you imagine? Yeah, I went to this tenant's house who used to run pubs. And he said that, you know, the worst thing is when you see men trying to threaten your wife and your daughter and that. And I was like, I don't know how that guy is able to do a job like that and keep his cool. I will be jumping over that counter and mashing up something. Do you know what the tenant said to me? Oh, so you have anger issues. I'm thinking, what? What would a man have to do for you to want to jump over a counter and mash him up? Would he have to flip him, slap her in the face or something like that? And I realized, you know what? A lot of men ain't ready for violence. You know? A lot of men are not on it. They're not on nothing. A lot of men are afraid of a fight, you know. There's so many men right now, yeah. 99% of men, if a man come to their front door to fight them, they would be trying to defuse the situation. I told you already, I had an Irish gypsy find out where I live and come to my house and I beat him up. He never came back. I thought he was going to come back because he was calling people on the estate, but he didn't come to the front door. Yeah? This is a Jamaican house. Go find some other fucking traveler people to go and do that nonsense to. I'm a fucking Jamaican. You can't come to my house, bro. That's why I don't even need no Ring doorbell or no cameras and that. I ain't shook. But sometimes I wish I had Ring doorbell and camera so I could catch that shit on camera. Yeah, man. I'm not having none of it. But yeah, 99% of men, if a man come to their front door to fight them, they'll be trying to defuse the situation or they won't open up the door. Nah. When I saw this guy approaching my house, I've got this little inspection window, yeah. I saw him approach my house and jump out the van. Yo, I just backed out my thing and ran downstairs. He was like, yo, put the thing away, innit? I just dashed it on the floor and just beat him up. Just that, because that's my first reaction. Boom. I'm arming myself. I don't know what you're coming with. Yeah, I'm a serious man. So if someone's coming to my door, I expect them to be serious. So I'm thinking it's straight on, you know what I mean, innit? Yeah. Yeah, I don't play about. I don't play about. I talk online. I don't talk in real life. But yeah, 99% of man, if a man come to their front door to fight them, they'll be trying to back down or trying to defuse the situation. Bro, I ain't defusing nothing. I'm escalating that situation. There's this guy called Dan Pena, D-A-N, Dan Pena, P-E-N-A. And he's got this website called the Snowflake Test. And about 4 questions in, the question goes, if you was in a supermarket and from a distance you saw a man spit in your mum's face, would you, and there's like 3 or 4 options, would you run over and start swinging punches, or would you run over and try to find out what the problem was and try to ascertain whether the man had a bad day and was having a problem with your mum? You know, most people answer they would run over and try to work out what happened, what led this guy to spitting into your mum's face. Blood, if I was ever in a shop and I saw a man spit in my mum's face, listen, I'm a black belt in Taekwondo and I don't go around kicking no more. But yo, man would be Bruce Lee. Yeah? The way I would run over there and fly kick him. Yeah? You would see, yo, yeah, you would see me just dart across that shop. Like there's certain man out here, yeah? If they was in a club and they see someone punch their friend, they would run over to just see what's happening. Yo, I'm running over there and I'm getting in the mix. And then we will find out afterwards what happened. Oh, you tried to move to his girl. What are you doing that for? Yeah? I'm not, if I see my friends fighting and that, bro, I'm jumping over there. Yeah? Then we'll work out what happened after, you dickhead. Blood, when I tell you about trying to move to guys when they're with their girl, have some respect. I'm not trying to diffuse no situation and that. We're trying to work out what the fuck happened. Yo, you mad? So, man, if they found out someone disrespected their mum, they're not even looking to swing, blood. You man have no honor. No honor. You can't spit in someone's mum's face, boy. Yo, that is a big violation, boy. Man said, what if he's young? Bro, you think I give a fuck who it is, blood? See, that's the thing. A lot of people are still afraid of names, you know. Like, yeah, like people are really afraid of names. Like, do you know what's funny, yeah? You can really see how like different areas are behind. Like, so for example, yeah, like in this Northampton area, like people still run off of names. The Whites, the Browns, the Fletchers and that. They still run off of names. Like, oh yeah, don't mess with that family or whatever. And that. What? Blood, where I'm from, there's no families, none of that bullshit no more. Yeah, maybe back in the 90s and first couple years into the 2000s, into the noughties and that. People were still going off of the names and that. Like back in the day, like in the 60s or whatever, 70s or whatever, 80s, whatever, when the Cray twins were operating and that, them man there had everyone bammy. Oh, don't mess with the Cray twins and that. Yo, the Cray twins, they could do what they were doing back then because there was no one else that was on it. They could not get away with doing that bad man thing now. There's just too much man. Everybody's on it. Yeah, back in the day, there weren't bare gangs about. Yeah, there was just one set of man and no one can talk to them. So everyone was shook. Now, every 2 estates you drive past, there's man. The Cratons, they could not last. They would not. Maybe they could do their thing, yeah, like in the organized crime world. But they couldn't just be on road terrorizing people on some foot soldiers. No way, man. They will get written off one time. They'll get written off one time. They can never go off. They can never do what they're doing now. There's just too many youths that are on it, especially my generation. I don't know. Like, there's still a lot of youths on road now. In my generation, everyone was on it. I'm not saying everyone was real, but everyone was outside. You know what I'm trying to say? You used to see youths 25 deep just rolling on a bus going to another area. 50 man on bikes. I've had it before. 50 Tottenham boys come to Edmonton on bikes. 50 Tottenham boys come to Edmonton on bikes. That was mad. So one time, yeah, I think man was 17. We're chilling at Edmonton Green bus station. Like that was the jam, yeah. So when you're at Edmonton Green bus station, you can't see what's going on at Texas Fried Chicken, let alone the police station, because it's around the corner. That day, there was about 30 of us man, and the Wood Green youths used to come chill with us. Obviously, this is my generation of Wood Green youths. So people like Yardy. I've never met Steeler in real life, to be fair, you know. But like people like Steeler, people like Don, Yakman, Natty, Blacker, Garvey, them sort of people there. They all come chill with us. My cousin D Mitch. So I got a cousin from Wood Green called D Mitch, that's my cousin. They would come chill with us, yeah. So one time we're there, there's like 30 of us plus. And one of our guys must have come running around the corner. Yo, some commotion and that. What? So anyway, a few of us go running around the corner. Yo, I never seen anything like this in my life. Obviously, 4th Street is just one road. It's two-way traffic, yeah. So it's not a wide road. What I'm saying is, yo, there was like 50 Tottenham boys all on bikes. I know. They must have lit, yo, Pyro, MPK, Farm. I know. Yeah, they must have all just decided, yo, we're gonna go down to end. Maybe it's a couple of Hornsey youths as well. I don't know what's going on. They were making their way to Edmonton Green bus station. Maybe they was gonna go Bouncers Road. I don't know. But they caught 2 of our guys before that outside Texas Fried Chicken on the grassy mound area, yeah. And yeah, they must have rushed them, bottled them, and stabbed them in the face with a bottle. Well, one of them actually, one of them was able to slip away, and he come and called us. So when we come running around the corner, the whole road was just filled up with youths on bikes. Imagine seeing like 50 youths on bikes, just filled up the whole road. And then they just turned around and then they just cut towards Tottenham. Yeah, that would have been mad. If they pulled up, yeah, that would have been mad. Because that would have been the perfect time. Like, yo, we don't like Tottenham boys. There's Wood Green youths. Yeah. Like, yeah, even like Ghost was there, innit? Like them sort of youths there, man. Yeah. Man said, was Heady One there? Bro, this is, a man asking was Heady One. This is before these man's time, fam. Like a lot of these, yo, these man weren't about, you know. Maybe that Young RV was about back then, maybe. I'm talking like 2010, you know. It's a long time ago, fam. It's 15 years ago. So a lot of these names that you lot be calling out and that, like these men weren't even about just because they were just too young. People ask, do you know A1 from the 9? No, them man, they new generation. Oh, Heady One is in his 30s. Oh, okay. I thought he was young. I didn't even know. I don't know. I don't know. It could have been there. Could have been there, but yeah. That would have been a mad one still. I wonder if people would have started running. I'd love to have seen what happened. If only our guys that got caught slipping, if only they were at Edmonton Green, because they would have, them Tottenham boys would have no need to stop. So they would have carried on going until they got to Edmonton Green. And it would have been a mad one. I don't know. Someone said, you remember Mark Lambie? Yeah. I don't know him, obviously. That's my mom's generation. This Mark Lamb's like 56 years old or something. But yeah, nuts. Do you still live in Edmonton? Nah. Obviously, man's always down and that, but I don't live in Edmonton. Yeah, man said the bandana era was deadly. Yeah. Because yeah, so someone said the bandana era was deadly. Yeah, we're talking 010, 011, even a little bit before that and that. So like N9, we were green bandana. N18, fuck them pussios. They were grey bandana. MPK, purple. Ida, red bandana. Farm, red bandana. Tiverton, they were burgundy because they were Pyru. Them lot was sort of like linked up with Manor House, who was also Pyru, burgundy. Hornsey, they were grey bandana. And then even like in Wolverhampton, so like, do you know what's mad? Yeah, so Edmonton had green versus grey, and Wood Green and Hornsey had green versus grey. So N9 were green bandana. We were beefing Wood N18s that were grey bandana. Wood Green, they were green bandana. They were beefing Hornsey, who were grey bandana. And then even Drive in Wolverhampton, they were green bandana. They were beefing Priory Court, who were grey bandana. It was almost like a new version of Crips and Bloods. Yeah, and then even you had Beaumont, they were green bandana as well. And you had Oliver Close, they're from Leighton, they were red bandana. So they had beef with Beaumont, who are from, so in Leighton, you got Beaumont, who are green bandana. They're linked up with Drive, who are green bandana. And then Beaumont green bandana man were beefing them Oliver Close youths, who were also from Leighton, they're red bandana and that. And obviously, like in Brixton, you know what I mean, you got like Old Trey, they're red bandana, PDC purple, Gas Gang, they were green and purple. Even like in South London, let's say you got like in the Greenwich Bar, you had Cherry Orchard, they were red bandana. They were beefing Woolwich, who were grey bandana, and also beefing like they were called GBG as well. Some Ferrier youths and that. They were green bandana. They were green and orange. Like, bro, man knew everything. Yeah? And any road thing that you want to ask man about 011, yo, I will tell you, blood. Man knew everything. The man was in it. Literally in the thick of things. I don't know about no West London, though. You can't ask me. I mean, like, was it them Harrow Road youths? They were red bandana and that. I think Cuban or blue bandana. Yeah, man, I don't know about North West London or West London. I just know about North and East. T Block was green bandana. Who the fuck's T Block? Jay Wise, who's the scariest older you ever met? I mean, the most intimidating older I've ever met is a guy called Zolai. Yeah. Chad, yeah. So Chad Green, they're from Forest Gate. Yeah, they were green bandana, innit? South London was DSN, Gypset, Gas Gang, many more. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I saw one video where DSN was beefing Gypset. So them Gypsy Hill youths, they went down to Croydon and they were beefing them DSN youths in that Whitgift. There's a big shopping center in Croydon. They had one big fight. It was on YouTube years ago. And obviously, you know, you had the Enfield youths, black and brown bandanas and that. I'm trying to think who else was about that was wearing bandanas. Was there any blue bandana in Tottenham? I think some Philip Lane youths were trying to claim to be blue bandana or something, but yeah, I'm trying to think who else was about. Obviously, like you lot might know Balance Road. Press 1 if you know about Balance Road. Kemsey and them lot. Press 1 in the chat if you know about Balance Road and Kemsey and them. Obviously, that's my generation. I don't know him. I don't know Kemsey, but Yeah, basically, you lot might know Balance Road as being red bandana. Nah, Balance Road before, they were part of 9 to 5. So it's E9 and E5 were linked up. They used to wear purple bandana. I've got a cousin that's from Pembury. So 9 to 5 was Balance Road, Pembury, I think Kingshold. There was a few. There's a road that's near Pembury. What the hell is it called? Begins with a C. Clarence Road. They were 9 to 5, and they basically just had beef with London Fools. I don't know. I don't think London Fools wore a bandana. I think they might have been black if they were flagging a bandana. I'm not too sure. But... Yeah. Oh, so that T Block. Yeah. So yeah, Thamesmead, yeah, was green bandana. Yeah, man, I used to watch some of their videos as well. I met a couple Cherry youths when I was in ISIS as well. Big up Illa, man. Andre, he was one of the olders from Cherry Block and Cherry Gang. Have you ever met A6 from Block 6 before? Nah. These people are too young, man. I would never meet them. I'm 32. That's how old I am. What do you think of the Negus McKean case? Sad, innit? I mean, oh, A6 is 29-30. Oh, okay, I don't know. How many fights you reckon you've been in? I mean, probably like 30 fights. Easily, I'd say probably like 30 fights. Did you lose your prescription? How many won? I mean, I'd say most of them, obviously, but I've lost a few fights still. You get me? Man lost a few fights still. What's your win to lose ratio? I don't know. Oh, so someone says, surely you was around Tiny. Yeah, man, know him in it. So, all right. So, you see Tiny, yeah? Like, obviously, he was doing his thing before he went in jail and that, but he wasn't one of them new people that just came out of nowhere. Like, he's actually from my generation. He's a young buckler, man. Like, he's like 4 years, 5 years younger than me, but he was about back in 010. Because basically, one of my brothers, Tech, that's his younger. Yeah. So one of my dons, get me, that man glide with and roll with and that Tiny youth was his younger. So yeah, Tiny's not just one of them people that just come up out of nowhere in 2020, start repping. Nah, he's been about since 2010. Man, I don't know where he lives, and you understand, like he's been about from day one, in it. So yeah, he's actually a Stoke Newton youth. He's actually from Stokey, like around Shakespeare and them places there. But he moved to Edmonton because man knows, like his older sister was like friends with my girl cousin, and we're all the same age. Me, my girl cousin, and his older sister. But like I said, he's a young but he used to be a part of one little young group called EYG, the Edmonton Young, the little Edmonton YGs and that. So, but yeah. Man, know Tiny. If you knew him, you could ask him, yo, what's Jay about? He would say, yeah, man know Jay still. Don't say Jay Wise. You have to tell him my government name because a lot of people might not know this YouTube thing. Yeah. Yeah, man, he was one of the young G's. He was about still. Jay Wise, you remember Lil Zach? Nah, I don't know who that is. Man said it's Tion Wayne, your leader. Come on. I said, what you know about DA or GMG? Fam. How dare man even ask me them questions there, fam? You ever been to Huddersfield? Nah. Right, I'm coming off in 1 minute because I should have come off a long time ago, man. Put down your last few comments or thoughts and that. Do you know Kelvin? I know I've got a friend, old school friend called Kevin. I don't know Kelvin. And he fights in prison. I mean, I set pace on one Tottenham youth, but we didn't have a fight. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, you're not the only person that said this, you know. Someone else has said like, yo, like Polish food looks mad. I ain't seen no Polish food that looks crazy, but even Nadia said like, yo, Polish food, like some of the food does look kind of nuts. And because so basically someone said that in a live stream, like, yo, Polish food is looking crazy. And she was like, yeah, not gonna lie, some of the food does look nuts. I said, tell the Jasper story. So obviously you must have read the book in it. So I ain't got time for that today, boy. Man. Tell you, my life's like a movie, you know. Anyway, I'm coming off now. Stay tuned for the next live stream next week or something like that. I said book was a banger. Yeah, come on, man. Telling you. You see that year, 2011? Yo, I could make a movie out of that. Yeah. Man got a mad rush in, gone country. First of all, man's cut off the tag, gone country, got nicked, gone back to country. The whole reason why I went country, because you get me, man, get myself, you get me, yeah, to go and light out the place and that. Then, get me, coming back, going jail quickly, a couple months and that, coming out, boom, getting an apprenticeship. Ah, come on, man. What is this Stormzy Mill thing? I don't get it. But anyway, I'm coming off, man. I'll see you lot next time, yeah? Stay.